Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for another edition of the Overrated series. Today we will be talking about Justin Bieber. Yes, the Felix head himself. He's all anybody 16 and under have had the mental fortitude to leave the house for. Once again, a new teen/child pop star comes along, just like the Jonas Brothers, and all the preps, semi-preps and other brainless teenage girl fans flocks to them like Southerners do NASCAR racing, which is nothing other than trash. Since I'm making mention of them, why do preps all seem to have this one handwriting style in which they keep every letter in a single line of notebook paper the same width and height? It doesn't matter if it's a capital or lowercase letter. If you receive a copy of one of their written assignments in class for peer review, it is very likely that on the prep girl's paper you will see handwriting like this blasting your corneas away into oblivion. Jesus non-existent Christ, why do you fucking preps have to write like you have a stick up your ass? It especially doesn't help when this handwriting is paired with the social studies assignments describing events like Kent State or the troubles in Iraq. Justin Bieber is a nobody. He is pure regression of music and pop culture. He was discovered by the musical sex exploitation entertainer for black female bachelorette parties, Usher. This doesn't make any sense at all. Justin Bieber was apparently this nobody who would do covers of pop songs with a guitar, while flaunting a mainstream image suitable for quasi-alcoholic suburbanite newlywed couples who forget to kill themselves before comatosely persevering through their mediocre suburban-dwelling lives, who actually buy physical copies of CDs by other crap pop rock music acts like Train and Jason Mirror Ass. Just last year, this Justin Bieber concoction released some songs called One Time and One Less Lonely Girl, both of which are your standard drivel. Earlier this year, he released his leading single for his debut album, My World 2.0, and Baby has become the greatest musical blockade plaguing the palates of young girls across America and has almost completed expansion to the rest of the global population, as I speak. His song, Baby, is an unrelenting voidful experience of a tune. Over a hospital sterile synthesized pop instrumentation, Justin's tone-deaf child star bellowing is presented, and stupid as all these preps, semi-preps, and other ill-knowledged little girls are surprisingly wet, as an Arthur Ganson oil exhibit. And that is so. Justin Bieber is the new and leading oil of mainstream music. He is just the oil that trudges the gears of the underground. Like there always is. The title of the song is crap in and of itself. Seriously? Isn't that supposed to be a slang word that trashy guys whom I've seen on TV say to women to try and pick them up and get them into bed? It's also one of the most overused words in music. I'd probably unload a gun in my face before I ever stoop so low to use that word. This is a testament to how lacking in real songwriting creativity the music of Justin Bieber is. There are two driving forces of Justin Bieber's fame. If it isn't the music that all the tween dillholes marvel over, it's apparently his good looks. As I mentioned before, this boy looks like an androgynous, emo-haired, phallic-headed Maya Farrow or Sally Fields, to be more exact. Some people say he resembles a lesbian. How ironic. It's mostly guys who hate this twerp, but if his hair was done more girly or seemed like, it'd be enough to fool all the guys. Sure, his music would still be the scourge, but, wow, what a hot piece of ass. Why are people still so into looks anyway? Never, ever have looks made a person a better singer or guitar player than another man or woman. All of these Justin Bieber videos are shot in a way to emphasize his quote-unquote cute boyish features to excite the little girls, and if they receive enough musical pop culture content like this, as well as other adult pop artists of today, they are all going to grow up into a massive shallow cunts. Next, the music industry will turn completely into a beauty contest, because that's all these little whores will want and will expect. There is still US military personnel in Afghanistan. Is this what we need our blossoming generation of women to be occupying their headspace with? What do you think happens when these half-woman bitches go to the Justin Bieber concert? They become worse. And it's likely break their claws out and are liable to kill one another to get a good 100-foot look away from their little idol. Doesn't anybody remember the song, The Beautiful People by Marilyn Manson? It was that big song in 1996 and 1997 that spoke out about the toxicity of physical, non-intrinsic beauty standards and religious and societal conformity woes. And that was from the last generation. If they've all heard that song, as well as Manson's other catalog repertoire, why wouldn't they step in and refrain their child or preteen from listening to Justin Bieber? I guess they are a bunch of idiot parents. Oh well. Justin Bieber is carcinogenic corporate music industry contempt. He is anti-progression and his appeals strike at the lowest common denominator of society, and damn those people who aren't making themselves smarter and choosing not to listen to, or have the people they know in their lives, like little kids, listen to the fucker. Justin Bieber is the lowest point the music industry has stooped to in all these past 10 dreadful years, with all the wreckage ensued, including all the Disney Channel star phenomenons, Nickelback, and American Idol. At the very least, I can say that he's not a sensation that will be lasting. Thankfully, we live in a time in which nobody remembers the blow and those who were referred to as Hanson. Now you may be wondering, Ancient Guile, 5051, are you going to make a review for Justin Bieber's album? Well, if I had to put cotton and gauze over my ear canal the first time I listened to his music in an enclosed space and setting, doing it a second time is simply going to end up with my entire brain bleeding out of its skull. I can already hear his drowsy little voice everywhere I go, when I'm out. His voice is very easily recognizable, of course, in a bad way. A migraine ensues afterwards, nearly every time. I'm not a suicidal person, so a review of a Justin Bieber album is something I will never likely do. Maybe one day, when I'm working in a law office and Evolution Compost are a rich and famous band. The latter, I am sure, is never going to happen, as they so tell me. So it's a 50-50 chance. Justin Bieber is garbage. Period.